Let's get to the point. Your monthly market report from the Reno-Sparks Association of REALTORS. I'm Erika Lamb, your 2019 President-elect. This month's report is brought to you by Donovan Contracting. Donovan Contracting works exclusively with property managers, homeowners, and realtors to remodel, repair, and upgrade properties. If you need help, call Donovan Contracting today. Now let's take a look at the local real estate market. Let's get to the point. The median price rose 2.8% in February, ending at $370,950 and just shy of 1% increase from February 2018. February 2019 unit sales are up 6.2% at 344 from January 2019, down 22% compared to February 2018. February new listings are down almost 9% at 419 and down 27% from 1 year ago. The Reno market is still a seller's market as we close February with only 2.7 months supply of inventory. Now it's time for the monthly Economic Minute with Elliot Eisenberg. Elliot is a nationally acclaimed economist and author of the blog Econ 70. Elliot, what things should we be looking for with affordable housing being the focus in our state legislation conversations?
That's a great question, and one that's now getting a lot more focus because housing prices become increasingly unaffordable. And this is occurring because we're underbuilt by about 4 million homes since the end of the recession in the middle of 2009. And the key is to get home price construction costs lower and to get land prices lower. To get land prices lower, you have to have developers develop more lots, and developers have to know they can get more lots in the future. And home builders, to get prices down of construction, have to know they can build, conceivably, if they wish, higher density. Maybe even using modular homes as a possible solution. But you've got to drive down the price of land per house and the cost of constructing each house. That's critically important. Alternatively, things that raise the price of home building, such as inclusionary zoning, are not really good ideas. They discourage home construction. Similarly, things like rent control, which raise the price of owning rental property, discourage the ownership of rental property. What happens in rent control is you discourage construction and you actually encourage conversion of rentals into condominiums, which defeats the whole purpose of the law. I hope this has been helpful. That's it for this month. See you next month.
Thank you, Elliot. We will be keeping an eye on government. Now, let's visit Angelica Reyes, 2019 Reno-Sparks Association of REALTORS President, and Dr. Angela Taylor, Washoe County School District Board Trustee for District E, to give us an update on the passage of WC-1 in 2016 and the schools that are seeing the benefits from those funds. Take it away, Angelica.
Hi, I'm Angelica Reyes, your 2019 President of the Reno-Sparks Association of REALTORS. And today I have a special guest, Dr. Angie Taylor with the Washoe County School District. She is one of our beloved trustees. Thank you so much, Angie, for being with us today.
Angelica, thank you for allowing me. It's always a special opportunity when we get a chance to talk to the community.
Yay. So, Dr. Taylor, you've been one of the longest serving trustees on the current Board of Trustees. What have you seen in your years of serving on the board?
Well, the fact that I'm the longest serving trustee now and I've only been on 4 years, right, says part of what I've seen a lot of change, right? We've had some people, retire. We have had a couple people that just decided not to run, and then you have a couple people that win, which is great. So really a big change is the community is just more and more interested in what's going on with the school board. And that's really a great thing. There are 3 things that are necessary to have a really successful school board. One is good schools with great teachers, and we happen to be at a good school with great teachers right here. Okay, good schools with great teachers. 2 is a family engagement. We need families to be involved in this because we're in this thing together. And then the 3rd thing is community support. And we've had tremendous community support here. And I know we'll talk a little bit more about WC-1. So it's a really positive thing that people want to know what's happening in the school district, what's happening with the school board.
Since the passage of WC-1 in 2016, there's been considerable advancements of school construction within Washoe County School District. Will there be any new school openings in the upcoming 2019-2020 year?
I'm glad you asked me that question because new schools excite us almost the most.
Right.
Right after kids.
Yeah.
Right? There'll be 3 new schools that open in August 2019, and then 2 more new schools that open in August 2020. In August 2019, Desert Skies in Sun Valley will open. That's a middle school, and then Sky Ranch in Spanish Springs will open. That's a middle school. Then we'll also have Nick Polikitis that will open in South Reno. That's an elementary school because they're really overcrowded there. That's the 2019. And then in 2020, middle school in Arrow Creek that hasn't been named as of yet. And then one more, John Bohatch Elementary School in Spanish Springs. That's in 2020. So that's just what's on the docket right now, but there's more to come.
Wow. I know everybody's excited to see new schools coming into our community. The WC-1 funding was also for the renovation of older schools. Can you tell us a little bit about what some of the existing schools are doing to benefit from WC-1?
I mean, the thing that I think is fantastic about, one of the things that's fantastic about this building program we get to be a part of, it's a capital program. It isn't just building, but it's renovating because you can't leave the existing schools behind. We call them the core schools, the schools that are more in the core part of Reno because now the growth is, outside and, we get further and further away. But existing schools like Clayton Middle School, we hear, they deserve modernization and remodeling and upgrading and some things for safety and some things to keep kids, safe, warm, and dry. Right. I mean, so for an example, we spent, I think, just right around $90 million in renovation so far.
Wow.
In all the schools in the district. Here at Clayton, we spent over $600,000 on windows. And this thing, that's a lot for windows, but it helps to keep kids warm. It helps to keep them cool. Right, and it's a safety issue. We've spent over $50,000 redoing stairs going into the school, and a major priority for us is to get all of the schools, but as fast as we can into a single point of entry. That is a safety issue because then we can monitor who's coming in and who's coming out. Schools, all of the core schools will have some great things done to upgrade them, to update them, give them technology, give them safety, and so those kids that go to the existing schools don't feel left behind.
Well, I really appreciate, that's a lot of great information that I'm sure our viewers and our realtors would highly appreciate. Now, if somebody wanted to get some more information on the growth that's happening here in Washoe County, where would they go for that information?
You go to the Washoe County School District website, which is washoeschools.net, or you can go to wcsdbuilding.net and get the information. I mean, WC-1 gave us $781 million. People can go in there and see where every nickel is being spent. Wow. And they should. We should have that level of accountability. We should have that level of transparency, and we're proud to have it.
Well, I appreciate you providing that information. Thank you again, Dr. Angie Taylor.
Thank you, Angelica.
We so appreciate meeting with you today. Back to you, Erika.
Thank you, Angelica. And now, let's put it all together. The Reno-Sparks median price at $370,950 is up 2.8% compared to January. Unit sales for the month of February were at 344, up 6.2% from January. During the month of February, there were 419 new listings compared to 459 in January. Days to contract for February are at 69, down 6.8% from January. That's our To The Point report recapping our February market. Talk to your local realtor for details in your neighborhood. Tune in next month for the latest To The Point.